to order the September 8th, 2025 meeting of the Bayport City Council. We're all going to rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks. Can you call the roll for us, Matt?
Councilmember Bliss.
Here.
Councilmember Gilmore.
Here.
Councilmember Dahl.
Here.
Councilmember Hill.
Here.
Mayor Hansen.
Here. All right, do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
I move to approve the agenda as presented.
Thanks, Katie.
I'll second.
Thanks, Ethan. All in favor?
Aye.
Proclamations, commendations, petitions, and announcements. We do have a proclamation for United Way Week. We all want to get out of here before the Vikings thing. So I'll read this quickly. So this is, whereas the citizens of Washington County receive great benefits from the many programs provided by its health, youth, basic needs, and self-sufficiency services agencies, and whereas United Way of Washington County East brings together businesses, government agencies, community organizations, and individuals in a united effort to fund Washington County health, youth, basic needs, and self-sufficiency agencies, and whereas United Way of Washington County East for the past 76 years has made available this financial support from its annual fall giving campaign, and whereas United Way funds raised in Washington County supports local organizations and charities for the benefits of its citizens and the improvement of their quality of life, and whereas United Way of Washington County East mission is to unite our community and local resources to give each person the opportunity to build a better life. Now, therefore, we, the City of Bayport Council, do hereby proclaim the week of October 6th through 12th, 2025 as United Way Week. And we encourage all citizens to support financially through United Way the many local community organizations that provide invaluable services for our seniors, families, and youth in Washington County. And then I made a little note about some of the things United Way does in case you don't know. Locally, they do the Stuff the Bus program for the schools. This year they filled over 700 backpacks for students in need in our school district specifically. I went and helped a couple days. They were very organized. They also started a program called You Are You. It's a one-day retreat at Hidden Pines Camp. And it's really helping. It's for sixth grade, or girls that are entering sixth grade, to help empower them and learn some great life skills and help with their mental health, which is a huge thing. So if you have a minute, go watch the video on their website about it. It looks like a super cool program. They also do, which affects Bayport specifically, the Fish United fundraiser. Right here, they launch at Anderson. I don't know if you guys remember, we approve their little special event application all the time. And then they go to the Legion and do the awards for who caught the biggest fish and all of that. So they utilize our Bayport Legion here and bring people to town. So this United Way Week, I know Mabel's has participated in the past where they give 10% of their sales during that week back to the United Way. They said Anderson Corporation is also highly involved in it, but if there's other businesses that want to do something related to that, that would be great. We're going to look into setting up possibly the payroll allocations where it comes out of your check automatically as a city employee. We're going to look into whether it's worth doing it if there's enough employees interested. So yeah, it's a great thing that we have here in the Valley, and it helps our Valley specifically. So that's why I was on board with doing that proclamation. So we'll move on to the open forum. This is a portion of the meeting to address the City Council on subjects that are not part of the agenda. The City Council may take action or reply at the time of the statement, or we may give direction to staff regarding investigation of comments expressed. A total of 15 minutes is allotted for public comment during the open forum. We do have one visitor that we knew was coming, Kathleen Hess, if you want to come up. Sorry, we spelled your name wrong on our agenda.
That's okay. It's
Okay.
a fun twist on the
Yeah.
name. I like that. That's all right. All right. Good evening, Mayor Hansen and council members. My name is Kathleen Hess, and I am the Development and Communications Director at Community Thread. Thank you for the opportunity to present. As a trusted and local nonprofit organization serving the St. Croix Valley for 59 years, Community Thread delivers innovative and responsive solutions to community needs through volunteerism, also by keeping older adults socially engaged and living independently. We also have our AARP tax assistance program, as well as Holiday Hope. I'm excited to share some of our recent developments and services offered. All right. This year, believe it or not, marks Holiday Hope's 55th year serving local individuals facing financial hardship. Last year, Holiday Hope served over 3,000 people across 894 families. In addition, we will also be collecting toys for local children again, ages birth through grade 12, at donation bins placed at many stores and restaurants in the area. In addition to all of that, Community Thread, our Holiday Hope program, has been selected as the recipient for donations made during Hometown for the Holidays, which is a 4-weekend-long event featuring free and festive family fun events in downtown Stillwater. So that's pretty exciting. Since 1973, Community Thread has offered free tax preparation services for low to moderate income taxpayers through the AARP Tax Assistance Program. We are thrilled to be able to provide this key service to thousands of people throughout many decades. This year, tax aid volunteers completed 791 appointments, resulting in 774 federal returns filed, as well as 772 state returns, and nearly 300 property tax refunds. This program is always accepting new clients. We also engage older adults throughout the year in social activities and direct services. Our direct services include transportation to medical and non-medical appointments, as well as basic help with chores around the home. All services are provided by volunteers who are neighbors who just want to help fellow neighbors. While our services are very important in helping older adults maintain independence, I do want to speak to our social engagement and future plans for our physical Bayport location. As you likely know, we have a few rooms available for hosting activities in the White Pine Building on 5th Avenue across from the library. We have been in that location for 10 years, keeping a simple schedule of events, but we just signed another 5-year lease, and we're expanding our offerings and partnerships to better meet the needs for social, educational, and wellness events geared for older adults. Just last week, we began hosting our new, more robust schedule of fitness classes for seniors, now in partnership with Stillwater Area Schools Community Education and Live to Be Healthy. In Bayport, we have already offered senior circuit and small group boot camp, and we expect to add yoga and more sessions in the near future, since most of the classes already have a wait list. We won't be stopping there. Beyond fitness classes and the card games and crafting groups we already host in Bayport, we are actively seeking partner and resident feedback on what's most needed from us. We are out making connections with Bayport churches, and we will connect with Jill Smith to cross-promote activities with the library. We ask for your help too, not just in dollars to support ongoing efforts, but in conversation and ideas to reach and engage the older residents in and around Bayport area. Mayor Hansen, a longtime volunteer with Community Thread, is hosting a Monday morning coffee chat later this month, and she has served on our Thrive planning team, helping shape the direction of this programming for the past few years. We are also discussing signage that can help create awareness at our Bayport site, of course, at the White Pine Building, and we are connecting with business partners who can sponsor events or deliver educational content in our space. Please reach out to me or any one of us at Community Thread following this meeting tonight to chat about your ideas. We love to help. We love your help encouraging and engaging with those who need social interaction, wellness classes, resources, and more, so they can live and age well right here in our Bayport community. Since 2015, the City of Bayport has financially supported Community Thread's work, and we thank you for that. We're looking forward to continuing our partnership with you to better serve our Bayport residents. Thank you for your time tonight. Do you have any questions for me?
Questions from the council? No? All right. Thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that.
I do have a copy of our most current newsletter, so I'll just start with Sarah if you could pass these down. Thank you.
I'm sure
Thank you.
Ethan wants one. I'm just kidding. He doesn't even read the city newsletter we just found out. So. Whoa!
Oh, it's public.
Called him out. I just called him out in public. Because I write that message from the mayor and he doesn't read it. All right, anyone else want to come up to the podium?
Madam Mayor.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead. I do have something, so whenever
Okay.
they're done, just,
you want to be at the public open?
no, I don't want to be
forum?
at the podium.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what's going on? Come on up, Deb. All right, Deb's going for a second. Okay.
I'll keep this short. I haven't done this before, so bear with me here.
Say your name and address.
Yep.
Okay.
My name is Debbie Gromens, and I live at 585 9th Street North. I'm here tonight to respectfully request that the city take responsibility for snow removal on the new sidewalk that is planned along my property on 5th Avenue, which is also County Road 14. The sidewalk is being added to serve the new school traffic and the community as a whole. We are already sacrificing a great deal of our property and privacy for this project. And I honestly don't even know how it will be feasible to put a sidewalk across my driveway. Our driveway is very short, and when our truck is parked there, it would extend right across the sidewalk. That raises serious questions on how we'll even be able to reasonably use our driveway. To then require us homeowners to take an extra burden of clearing the sidewalk every time it snows would be unreasonable. In my case, I cannot lift more than 35 pounds due to a past accident, and my husband, who's already working long hours in construction, by the time he gets home, keeping up with just our driveway is already a challenge, especially since it's on a county road that gets plowed constantly, leaving heavy snow piled at the end of our driveway. Adding a sidewalk on top of that would make it nearly impossible to keep up. Some of our neighbors have voiced they may also not be able to reasonably manage this additional responsibility. I also want to raise a concern about the traffic on 5th. This road is extremely busy with cars, trucks often speeding through. I've noticed that the speed limit was raised from 30 to 35 miles per hour in one section, which happens to be right where the new school is going. I understand that the speed limit will likely be lower during school hours, but if people aren't following the posted limits now, what good will a simple change to the number on the sign? I would like to understand who made the decision and why, since traffic is already fast and incredibly heavy on that road. It's just getting worse day by day. I'd also like to know who is supposed to be patrolling this stretch of road, whether it falls under the city police or the county sheriff. With the children expected to walk along this road to school, safety has to be the number1 priority. Adding the sidewalk helps, but the speed and volume of traffic, including semis, dump trucks, etc., make it very dangerous. Since the sidewalk is being built for public and school use, I strongly believe it should be city's responsibility to keep it safe in the winter months. I also urge that you carefully look at the traffic and speed issues on this road so that the children and everyone who lives here can be safe. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Deb. You did great.
It's bad. I mean, semis, my whole house rattles. They come flying by. Last night I was sitting there watching TV. I heard a car go by so fast. I mean, your head would have had to do this. So I'm really, really nervous for those kids walking on that sidewalk if something isn't done about it. So
Thanks for coming and voicing
do
your-
you know who's supposed to be patrolling?
Yeah, let's go over some of the things. I know we aren't obliged to answer your questions, but you came all the way here and you wrote that nice thing. So we should go over some of the things you mentioned. I know Matt and I have talked about the snow removal option as something we could do. So we're in discussions about
Okay,
that. It's
okay.
not a done deal. It's not, but we will talk about that.
Okay.
The driveway and your use of the driveway is also an issue, I know, and I talked to your husband about that. that's, again, I think city staff is very open to working through that with you. So I hope you guys keep those conversations going and try to figure out the best solution. Because I know your house is the trickiest with the slope.
It's bad. We're gonna lose
I don't
so
know if
much
anybody can
privacy.
picture where they are, but they're on 9th and 5th on the corner. And then the speed limit, just to answer that question, well, who did that? It definitely wasn't us.
Okay.
It was a surprise to us as well
Okay.
when it happened, where they didn't even give us any warning that they were gonna increase the
Interesting.
speed limit.
County.
The
I
county.
figured it was probably the county.
Yeah, sorry, the county, yeah, it does, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
county road, so.
Yeah, yep.
And the patrolling, I should probably have Chief talk about it, but I know I've been pulled over there for speeding once, so, by a Bayport police officer. So I know that they do patrol that, but I don't know if you want to chime in a little bit about, does the county also? I would assume they have to.
Yeah, there is overlapping jurisdiction. It's primarily ours.
Okay.
But the county obviously patrols countywide.
Okay. I've never seen a county there ever.
It's
Yeah.
not real often. It's
Right.
mostly us. But on occasion, there used to be state patrol trooper that like to sit there at the park. I would monitor speed.
Okay.
Yeah, in case you
But
couldn't,
primarily it's us.
Okay.
in case you can't hear Jay because he's not at the microphone, it's a overlapping jurisdiction, so the county is supposed to as well. Deb's saying she doesn't see it often, so just in case anyone couldn't hear what was going on. Those were the things I jotted down that I just wanted to make sure we addressed. I don't know if anybody has any other things they want to add.
I had a question and now I forgot. It's talking about the patrolling. I don't remember. But
I suggested to your husband, I think, to request the speed limit tracker sign.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. You read my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I know
they
they do
can-
it on some of these side roads, but
Yeah, it
man,
can
it
go
would be nice
anywhere,
to
yeah.
just get people to slow down
Just
on that
a
road.
reminder, yep, yeah, because they do tend to go fast on that
Yep.
street. And sorry that it's a county road and it does have more traffic because it's a county
It-
road.
it- but it, yeah, when I first moved there 20 years ago, I mean, it was nothing.
Yeah, well, there's
but,
been a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this
going
bridge,
on.
I think
Things
everything kind of
changed,
added
yeah.
to it. And I understand I chose to move there, but I just want people to slow down and just go the actual speed limit. So
Yeah.
it'd be helpful. All right.
Appreciate all of your feedback, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks
All right.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Deb.
All right, come on up. We got a crowd today. This is so fun.
We will be very short. I'm Deb Langford.
And I'm Tammy Williams. Nice to meet all of you.
And we appreciate your time today. We just wanted to introduce ourselves. We are on the agenda tonight for the Langford Exchange, which we are hoping to open soon. We were hoping sometime this fall. And that is going to be, it's on 328 Fifth Avenue, the old 210 barbecue.
Yeah.
And so we just wanted to introduce ourselves, let you know that this is coming to town, and we're excited to say hello and be part of this community.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're all very excited. This
Yeah.
is something
All right.
new going
Thank you very
in.
much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah,
coming.
thanks for coming, and your liquor license is on our consent agenda, so. All right, anyone else? I think you're here to,
Madam Mayor,
oh yeah, I forgot Matt.
thank you. Just would like to acknowledge a comment letter received from Chris Reeves and Judy Lynn regarding the same sidewalk project. They have some of the same concerns as Debbie Grimmans about plowing and snow removal on the sidewalk and parking ability actually for her business. So we'll distribute the letter to you guys and try our best to work through some of that stuff and have that discussion. We are at about 60% plans for that project, so by no means is anything set in stone on the exact location and different things like that of that project. So we'll be working through that over the next couple of months.
So that's one letter from two people at the same residence, or not two separate ones?
Nope, it's I believe one of the people writing the letter is just helping out Judy Lynn write the letter.
And Judy owns just Judy's?
Yep.
Just-
Chris is her daughter.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
How would it affect parking, I guess?
Well, because they mostly
For her
park on
business.
Fifth, and then she's gonna have to keep it clear and all that, now that there's a sidewalk. I don't know. That's a good question.
We can discuss
We
that
can discuss that.
yeah, eventually.
Okay, consent agenda time. We're gonna consider a resolution adopting items 1 through 7. It's the August 4th, 2025 City Council Workshop Minutes, August 11th, 2025 City Council Regular Meeting Minutes, August payables and receipts, building, plumbing, mechanical, and zoning permits report, an application for new on-sale Sunday and off-sale liquor license for the Langford Exchange located at 328 5th Avenue North. Special event application from the Boy Scout Troop 113 for pumpkin and wreath sales at the Village Green Park. And awarding the proposal for Point Road properties 2 and 18, the property mitigation project there. And that's it. So does anyone have?
I'll move
wanna
to
make a
adopt a resolution approving the consent agenda as presented.
Thanks, Ethan.
I'll second.
Thanks, Katie. Roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Bliss.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore.
Aye.
Councilmember Dahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Mayor Hansen.
Aye. We don't have any public hearings or unfinished business. We do have some new business where we're gonna consider a conditional use permit for an interim use at, to allow St. Croix Marine Services to operate a boat detailing business at 510 Perro Creek, submitted by property owner Siegfried Construction. And this is gonna be Sarah's presentation.
Thanks, Madam Mayor. The property is zoned B1 limited business and is surrounded by a mixture of single and multifamily residential, as well as the Bayport Marina and remnant vacant land parcels. Siegfried Construction has operated at the property since 1967 and was issued a conditional use permit in 1998 to continue use of the property under specific conditions. As proposed, applicant Tim Siegfried is proposing to retain ownership of the property and lease the site to 2 separate entities. Neo Electrical will operate under the existing CUP, using the north building for cold storage and the south outdoor storage area for electrical construction equipment and supplies consistent with Siegfried Construction operations. There will be no on-site contact with customers, only employees accessing the site for equipment and supplies. The application being considered tonight is a conditional use permit for an interim use to allow St. Croix Marine Services to operate a boat and marine detailing business on the site. The south building will be used for indoor detailing and the outdoor storage area for staging before and after the detailing work. Services will be provided by appointment weekdays 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The scope of cosmetic detailing services includes protecting and maintaining watercraft appearance such as cleaning, buffing, waxing, etc., as well as shrink wrapping for winter storage off-site. No type of mechanical, electrical, plumbing, or similar repair or replacement activity will be allowed. All activity will be conducted within the building with the exception of staging for up to 3 watercraft in the outdoor storage area for up to 1 week. To bring the property into compliance with the existing CUP, the applicant will be replacing all fencing on the property as well as removing all materials stored behind the buildings and in the outdoor storage area. Areas previously consisting of sod and landscaping which have been disturbed by the outdoor storage will be restored to mitigate excess impervious coverage on the site. This includes restoration of a 10-foot sod buffer along the east property line, which is outlined in green on this diagram. Also, 2 additional parking stalls will be installed on the front or side of the south building to accommodate employee and customer parking for marine services. The interim use concept was presented to the City Council on August 4th. Following discussion, the City Council expressed support for the 2 uses on the site, noting the parcel exceeds the minimum lot area to support both Neo Electrical and Marine Services, and the site improvements will enhance the property and reasonable conditions will regulate the uses. The Planning Commission held a public hearing on September 3rd. 2 public comments were received, mainly regarding traffic impacts. Applicant Tim Siegfried addressed the comments, noting traffic would significantly decrease for the 2 combined uses when compared to Siegfried Construction operations. Staff and the Planning Commission are recommending approval of the application based on the findings of fact and conditions listed in the staff report. At this time, staff and the applicant would be happy to answer any questions, and the City Council is asked to take action on the application and a draft resolution that's included in your packet tonight.
All right. Thank you, Sarah. Nicely done, as always. Very thorough. Katie, as planning commission liaison, were you there? Do you want
I
to add?
was there, yep.
add
So I
anything?
was gonna add, there was concerns about maybe more lighting being added. There's no lighting being added. Maybe signage, no signs being added. Again, the traffic will be less. They do minimum boat there. Most of the time he's going to the marinas to do boat work. And it's all by appointment. And then they were talking about, I don't remember what road, maybe not using 3rd Street to get there and using a different street. And
It was a little confusing.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what, I mean, normally when you're there, they're gonna be the best way to get your boat here, if you're gonna be a good boat person, is driving this road to this road so you can back it in, you know? So I feel like everybody's questions were answered and they weren't really mad about it. You know, they were just saying, these are our concerns, what are you gonna tell us? And all their concerns were pretty much, you know, gone by the end of the meeting.
Great, and I think having it as an interim use for, we have the year to kind of judge how it's gonna go. I think that put people at ease too, knowing that we can reevaluate it. So I watched it on TV. So anyway. I mean, they didn't say that, but I talked to some people after too about it. So do we have any other comments or questions from?
I actually ran into the owner of the Marine Services and I was chatting with him about it. And he said most likely he would have a couple boats in the spring, a couple boats in the fall. His predominant business is 30 to 70 foot boats, which will never fit in that garage because it's a 10-foot tall garage. So he's like, like you said, the traffic's going to go down for sure. He's not going to do much there. Most of it is for his storage for his business because his business is mobile more than anything else. So.
And Ethan was pointing at Tim Siegfried, in case you can't see who's in the audience. But yeah, no, good point. That's interesting. You got to chat with him.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I mean, we can take a motion if we, because we did as a council speak about, like, we had a conversation already at a workshop and we all kind of were on the same page and understood. So,
I'll do it.
and then having the planning commission say it's all good. So.
I'll move to adopt a resolution approving a conditional use permit for an interim use to allow St. Croix Marine Services to operate a boat marine detailing business at 510 Peril Creek Drive as presented.
Thanks, Ethan.
I second.
Thanks, Katie. Roll call.
Councilmember Bliss.
Aye.
Councilmember Dahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Mayor Hansen.
Aye. All right, approved. Check.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, Tim.
Thanks.
Yeah, go watch the bikes.
Yeah.
All right.
Lucky.
I'll see you. Thank you.
We got 45 minutes. We can. All right.
Let's go.
Now we're gonna consider amending the Bayport Fire Relief Association annual benefit level and approval of the Office of State Auditor schedule form. Matt's gonna present this item, and I know we have Assistant Chief Gallowitz here and Chief Eisinger for questions.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I actually didn't realize the Assistant Chief would be here.
I know,
so
that's why I had to point it out. It's very special.
Do it.
I will try my best for an explanation, and then he can fill in any holes if needed. So essentially what the Bayport Relief Association is asking for is an increase to their annual benefit level. This is kind of a retirement that they get for every year of service that they provide to the community. So the current relief level is at $10,700 per year. Our funding currently is at 125% funded. As a requirement, you have to keep the fund at 100% per requirements from the state of Minnesota. So they are proposing, and they've gone through multiple models with the Office of the State Auditor. They provide all kinds of ability to, you can model percentage and different things like that. And so
Don't you guys have to go?
So what they came up with was an increase to $12,350 per year. This still keeps the whole fund funded at a ratio of 110%. Now, the city of Bayport does not have a funding level that we require, but in the past, we've used that 110% level. So, for example, if the retirement fund as a whole would fall below 100%, then there's liability that would fall on the city of Bayport to make that whole in any given year. So that hasn't happened as indicated in the memo in the past 20 years. So the confidence is very high that that won't happen again. Now, both the mayor and I do share some concerns about the current political environment and the current financial environment, but the Relief Association takes that very seriously, but they also have to make sure that they're modeling based on over the past number of years, right? And city staff believes that that the council adopt a motion ratifying the amendment to the Relief Association to the benefit level as proposed.
Thank you,
With
Matt.
that, we both stand for questions.
Thanks. The only question I have about that not happening in 20 years where the city had to cover or something is, been on the council about 15 years, and I swear during that time we did have to cover. Was it no? There was something that happened where there was a shortfall of something, and it wasn't a lot, but we did have to dig into the general fund. Does anybody recall this?
If you know the date, I know it was one time.
It couldn't have been 20 years ago because I was on the council.
Yeah, Madam Mayor and Council, it was, I believe the year was 2003. And
Okay.
prior to that, when members reached the age of 20 years of service, they were able to, the Relief Association had a change or a statement in there that they could retire, and they were guaranteed a fixed interest amount on their retirement benefit. Well, the market couldn't hold that, so it was taking money away from the Relief Association. That has since been removed, that when you retire your assets, if you're below the age 50, your amount is just at that amount until you turn 50, then you can take it out.
Okay.
That was before my time.
Okay.
And
Okay.
in 2003,
So maybe it was by 2008 it got drained so much that the city had to.
nope, it was
pitch in or something?
2003, nothing after that.
Okay.
Go look
I
up
was
the
for sure,
minutes.
and I wasn't even like on
Yeah,
it in 2008 either,
you,
but
you can go back and it's in all of our
Okay.
reporting. We have to report that.
interesting.
I
But
think the amount was 6,000.
I was gonna say I had like 8,000 in my mind as
Yeah, it
something.
wasn't
It wasn't
six
like a
or-
lot, but I just remember, and I have a horrible memory, and I remember.
And that was that was prior to all the new reporting. Right now, we send you the links. Anybody can go online to the OSA, the Office of State Auditor.
Yeah.
And all of our funding levels, not by each individual member, but the fire department funding level shows there.
Yeah.
And I forwarded you the link for this spring where there's some departments that were in the red, and that's a big no-no. So,
Yeah. No, I am much more comfortable with it than I was before we had all the conversations and had the meeting and you showed all of the due diligence that you went through, and the people who aren't quite ready to retire yet are on board with it, which makes me feel more comfortable too, because they need to make sure that fund is there when they're ready to retire, right? So yeah, it just makes me a little nervous because I'm not sure where the market is going. I don't know that we can all rely on those standard 7% annual increases and things like that. So it makes me a little nervous, but
there's good tools to have this. And again,
Yeah.
as you're a member of the board, so am I, and so is President Gallowitz, is we have to do our due diligence to make sure that those funds are available to our members. And unfortunately, we've had 3 members that passed while on the fire department. And these funds will go to the family. And you don't want to have, personally, I would rather see the family get these funds than having a 110% surplus. So I'm one of the people who likes to be closer to 100, not below 100, but closer to 100. So
okay. And I'm like, want to play it safe, and I like the 110 better, but okay. Well, thank you for answering that. Does anyone have any questions or concerns about this benefit level increase? Do you understand what's happening and make
Somewhat.
sense?
What's in place, say, based on what you said, say something really goes haywire with the market and it takes it, so what would be in place that can sort of revisit it and like say, okay, time out, this isn't gonna work, we gotta recalculate? I haven't been involved in
No,
these
that's a good
talks,
question.
so I
Like,
don't.
can we we can change it again at any time, right? If we see that, I mean, it would be disappointing, I would think, for those that were planning on a certain benefit level.
You could, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, you would have to come up with that fund the moment we drop below 100% to bring us back up. Now, the likelihood of that occurring is pretty slim because every member, that dollar amount is based on paying out every member, okay? The likelihood of every member retiring isn't gonna happen. So there's a little bit of there, but where we are now, we will probably, they haven't posted the state aid amount yet, but last year we got 159,000. I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna get 160 to 180,000. So you're looking at a very short gap. Those funds will be deposited in October. So come October, we're not gonna be 110% funded. We're probably gonna be up in the 115, 118. So you're talking about a 30 to 60 day potential gap.
So
And I don't think the market would, if the market crashes, we're all gonna be in a world of hurt.
So it was based on everybody retiring at the same time?
That's correct.
Okay, because when we went through this, the scenarios, I thought it was like the big payouts retiring. So,
Well, I mean,
okay.
that was one of our scenarios.
Yeah.
Right? We said if the top 5 people leave after this, actually the funding ratio goes up. It becomes higher because you've got less people with that high level to pay out. You've got that length of time again. So I think we projected if the top 5 leave, the payout was at 1 point some million, right? The funding, we'd be at like 124% funded because you've got that time of the members who have 8, 7, 6
Right.
years
To still build it back up
to
again.
still build back
Yeah.
up, so.
Of our approximately 10 members that we have reached the 20 years of service, half of them, 5 of them, are below the age of 50, and they cannot get the money, the funds can't be transferred until 50. So those funds, you've got some that are gonna be, a lot of them just turned 40.
Yeah,
So,
then you got Cam.
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But those funds aren't, yeah, but we're talking 100% vested. Those funds aren't gonna be touched for 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That helps.
Yeah, I felt better, like I said, after, but it made me nervous in the beginning. So, all right, do we have a motion or questions? Or?
I move to adopt the motion amending the Fire Relief Association annual benefit level and approving the Office of State Auditor schedule form as presented.
I'll second.
All right, thanks, Carl and Ethan. Do we have to have a roll call, or how do we do it?
We can do a roll call.
Okay.
Yes.
It's money.
Councilmember Bliss.
Aye.
Councilmember Gilmore.
Aye.
Councilmember Dahl.
Aye.
Councilmember Hill.
Aye.
Mayor Hansen.
Aye. All right. You did it. You may go now if you want. Okay.
Or you may stay.
Or you may stay.
Forever.
Whatever. You don't live in Bayport anymore. You're probably not as excited about our meetings. Okay, City Council liaison reports. Where do we want to start? Carl?
Sure. Lake
right.
Elmo Airport Advisory Commission met August 25th, I think. Not a lot different about this
Same
meeting.
old?
Yep, we worked through the Flying Neighborly program and ways that the airport works to mitigate noise complaints that are still plentiful from the neighbors. And we had a chance to spotlight some of our community events. So I mentioned Derby Days and Lake Elmo, of course, celebrating their 100th. So a lot of fun stuff brought up in that meeting that's coming to our communities.
Great. When I first joined, I got to do a presentation about Bayport
Yes.
in general. So
Yeah, I think they
so we
just
already-
ended those now.
Did they? Okay, so we went through all the cities. All right. Thank you. Ethan, did the Cable Commission get
We did
together?
not, and I
Okay.
haven't actually heard any updates either on the building. I
Okay.
haven't seen any emails or anything.
Oh.
To report.
Well, that's too bad. That probably means nothing's happened yet. All right, John, you know, I did your watershed
You
management.
attended my
Yeah.
WMO. I was in moving my daughter into her freshman year of
Is
college.
that, and that's all you had? I can't remember. Okay. I'll do mine then later after Katie.
Perfect. Yep, so you already heard
We
about
did
the
your
planning
planning
commission. At Derby Days, they met during the weekday at the library, so I wasn't able to make it, but they went through their checklist to make sure everything was they're just all about Derby Days for VCAL right now.
Of course.
So I'll just recap some of it. It's next weekend?
Nope, the weekend
Following,
after.
yeah,
Yep,
the 19th and 20th, let's just say the dates. 19th is Friday, it's the party in the park at Perro Park. Music starts at 6, the party starts at 5. A lot of fun outdoor things to do there. And then Saturday the 20th starts with the medallion hunt at 9. Breakfast at the Legion at 9 to 11:30. Then you have a scavenger hunt at the library from 10 to 3. Story time at Mabel's with Jill at 10. And then you have duck sales are going to be going on still down at Perro until the duck race, which is at noon. And then the pep parade's at 2. And then after that, you go down to Lakeside for fireworks and a party.
Yeah, I heard there's a couple different bands at
There
Lakeside
is one of
this
the,
year.
yeah. There's a local high school band that's going to be playing down there for us.
Yeah. Do we have the old-fashioned baseball?
They
coming?
is. That's at 3. Yep.
Okay, so everything kind of
Yep.
starts at 3 down
Yeah.
there with that, and
Yeah.
then music, and I know the Lions sell burgers down there,
Yeah.
and glow toys and all that.
Who's the other band down there?
Oh, I don't know. Who is
yeah,
it?
right. The other band
be-
is
could be-
another Bayport people, right?
Could be some Bayport people
Yeah.
that are sitting on the.
All north.
Ah, yeah, it's all. We were like, what is it? North, something north. We couldn't- Mary Galette and I can come up with it. All right, so Carl will be playing. That'll be fun. So let's
Go
all
watch
hope we have
Carl,
great
yeah.
weather, the 19th and the 20th, because we usually do. We do pretty good. All right, my report. I did a bunch of chamber things as usual. Library hosts the Chamber 101, which is like intro to the chamber. So I went to that kind of as a host to help them out. Ambassador meeting, ribbon cutting for silver sobriety in Stillwater. It was actually started by someone who grew up in Bayport, which is kind of cool. Coffee talk and a ribbon cutting for Lift Bridge Co-work, which is down above Nacho Mama's and Mon Petit Cherry. Beautiful space. Work was done there by the owner of Woody's, which is another Bayport connection. So I saw Billy Joe down there. Also, I was trying to work with the chamber president for upcoming events specifically. Last year I tried for the art fair that happens in the fall to see if we could set up a trolley that goes from Bayport and brings people downtown so they don't have to park downtown. And I noticed that they had it posted without that happening, so reached out to her to see if she's interested in working with us on that. So we're still working through that. I also talked to someone from the Legion about maybe sponsoring it. So hopefully next year we can start getting some, I think if people park here, then they may go to dinner after here instead or whatever. So it'd be a nice thing if we can make that happen. I did the Middle St. Croix watershed meeting for John, as he mentioned, and they said, boy, you owe John, because this is one of the longest meetings we've ever had.
Good.
No, John owes you, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, they're lickety split there.
No, it was a couple hours. It was yes, it was long. It's all right. It was interesting. So
I put 2 hours in the last 2 years.
So we reviewed some public comment on the 10-year management plan. We then ended up authorizing Matt Downing to just work with the Board of Water and Soil Resources to kind of complete that whole thing. And that rep from the Board of Water and Soil Resources was there, and she said that the WMO has to work on their joint powers agreement, that it's from 2006. So hopefully you guys will be reviewing that when I'm not there, I don't know. We approved the 2024 financial audit and the 2026 budget, and then there were a bunch of projects that we needed to either authorize or decline funding for. So like someone might have had, like, we spent a lot of time on someone who lives on the river in Lakeland and wanting to do some changes to their way their yard is, that's right up against the river and all that. So we spent a good half an hour just talking about his project. So it's interesting, you know, you kind of see what's going on and what people want to do, but that's what the WMO does. If you guys didn't know, like, they literally go through those projects and then give recommendations, and then the city has to work with them on all that as that pans out. I went to the library board meeting on the 19th. I don't really have much to add other than what was in Jill's report in the packet. Did the United Way Lunch and Learn, and that was interesting on the 28th, where they had a bunch of different nonprofits. There was probably 45 people, 40, maybe 50 people at this Lunch and Learn, and just a way to share how the United Way has helped and how other people are contributing. And I don't know, it was an interesting lunch for me. Got to sit by the superintendent of the schools and learn a little bit about what's going on with him. Matt, Joe, and I had a meeting with Safe Step where we got to review a draft of the walkability study report. I did then send that to Carrie Christensen, so hopefully she has some feedback too, because she was kind of part of that committee for us. So yeah, they've done a good job of putting some maps together and giving us some more data. So we'll have that hopefully soon. We're not in a huge rush now. There's a lot of other stuff going on. And then I went to the Regional Council of Mayors meeting today. It was all about artificial intelligence and cybersecurity, and left there going, oh my God. It's like scary, all this stuff going on. So yeah, so that's what I was up to. Staff reports, Matt.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Fire Chief Eisinger.
Thank you. So good. It was fun. They're just like.
Again, Madam Mayor and council members, for the month of August, the call volume was 114 compared to 129. In 2024, 2025 year to date is 835 compared to 858. Monthly drills were apparatus operations, fire station training simulator. Fire inspections are ongoing, as well as new plans. In August, we did Washington County Fair, Night to Unite. I can't remember how many ones we visited.
Yeah,
in that. We do pony football. Our service time anniversaries. Andy Swenson is 17. Mike Gallowitz just left. 26 years, and Mike Bell 35 years. Upcoming is our this week we have a Stillwater homecoming. So we'll do our their, what do they call it, a festival or?
Yeah, something that.
But we go up there from 4 to 6, and I just went to Costco to get some candy to hand out. Very well attended. We have a whole area for public safety, PD, county, and fire departments. Our Derby Days, as you mentioned, is coming up. The 9/11 tribute, which we'll do on 94. And we celebrate our 137-year anniversary. Want to thank the members. We did have a rough start in September. We had 3 full arrests in less than 7 days. So we did that along with a person in crisis where we had to hang around for 2+ hours. So
wow,
been busy.
Wow, yeah.
With that, I stand for any questions.
I'll definitely thank them. Wow.
And as you notice, I'm going to be hanging around for a while.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you again for that, yeah. And thank your wife for approving it.
Yeah. If she approved it.
She did. I heard she
Okay,
did from
good.
that. Yeah.
Police Chief Jackson.
Madam Mayor, council members, a couple of the events we have coming up here. September 11th, we have the Bash at the Bank at 3 p.m. and Officer Cornell and Mays will be at that event. They've kind of made it an annual thing that they do at the bank.
What day is that? Is that this week coming up?
The 11th.
And then Wednesday?
Oh,
No, Thursday.
Thursday. And then the 13th, Officer Cornell and Mays are doing the big truck event in Stillwater. 8:30 in the morning is when that starts. They've been doing that every year for a couple of years as well. And then we'll obviously have presents for Derby Days at the dance, and then also keeping people from the fallout area at the fireworks. And then Halloween planning is underway. Mayor, you'll be getting an email shortly.
Me?
Yeah.
I'll pass it along to Claudia.
Okay.
Okay.
To help us get that planned and work with the Lions Club, hopefully again, we've loved that partnership we've had.
Yeah.
So it's worked out really well and become kind of a well-oiled machine. So hopefully that will be taking place at the old fire hall again this year, and we'll have staff and Officer Cornell and Mays and some food and candy and all the good stuff. So come out and say hi, and I will stand for questions.
I have one question for you, Chief.
Yes.
The school start time, how has that affected? I know I ran into you on the street that day. You're going to go talk to Anna Wilsack, the principal, about stuff. Is it running smoothly for
so far
because you were like at shift change times or all of that kind of affected?
Yeah, it definitely comes into play with our shift time, but it's been worked out.
Okay.
It's essentially just my guys have to prioritize getting out there instead of getting their squad set up and doing all the beginning of shift stuff. So we make it work. If there's any major concerns, we haven't seen them yet. So.
Okay, I really appreciate that partnership you guys have and helping them with the kids crossing
very
and all
well
that.
Anna, so
Yeah.
Love working with her and have a good presence at the school. So
Yeah.
it's been important. Hopefully it continues when they move up to Fifth Avenue.
Well, it better. Okay. Good. All right.
Any other questions?
I want to just offer a personal thank you to the chief for complained about the speed on the street that I live on, and we had the what do we call your little portable trailer?
The speed trailer. Yep.
The speed trailer up there for it was a considerable amount of time, and just I noticed that it seems to be better there, and it's been removed now for a while. So I appreciate that. I think it does help and encourage residents to get it in your neighborhood if you have a problem with the speeding. So
it actually went out today. It's across from Maples to monitor some traffic coming from some of our Anderson shift changes there. So we've had a complaint there, and we typically, if we don't have any current requests for it, we usually leave it out until the battery dies, which is sometimes about 5-6 days sometimes. So, and then it sounds like we'll be moving it up to Fifth Avenue North. So.
All right.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Public Works Director Hanson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, council members. Throughout this month, Public Works staff has completed all their daily and routine tasks around the city. On August 7th, the city staff was alerted to a well malfunction at well number 3. This malfunction was caused by a motor seal failure. Staff worked with Keys Well Drilling and Collins Electric. The motor, pump, and cables all needed to be replaced. Well 3 is one of the city's primary wells and key to meet our summer water demands, but it did go back online on the 26th. Just this past Friday, BJ Haynes completed all their ash tree removals. It was 31 trees that they removed this year. They completed their stump grinding today. Public Works staff will be filling in all the holes and seeding those areas. And then we will be working with Valley View Tree Planting on the installation of 28 new disease-resistant trees in their place. Public Works is working with RCM Specialties to rehab an asphalt curb along First Avenue between 5th and 6th Street. They will be applying a spray patch product to seal the curb, preventing further deterioration. This is the first time we'll be utilizing this company for this type of repair, and staff is hopeful that this technique will enable us to prolong the life of our aging curbs around town. Wolf River actually started today. They have their stanchions up and will be installing the solar panels this week. But with the delays that Wolf River had, we were able to coordinate with Natural Resource Services to prep and seed the areas of the solar area, which consisted of spraying the entire area with herbicide to kill off the grass that's there. Then they did slit seed the new native grasses that will go in there. And once the solar panels are up, they will come back and overseed with some fescue underneath the solar panels. XL Energy is scheduled October 13th to turn off the power and to complete the interconnect between the solar panels and the power on the building at fire. And then on August 20th, MnDOT repaired sinkhole on 3rd Avenue North at 95. They dug down, they found a hole in the side of the pipe, and were able just to patch that. This completes the Public Works update. I welcome any questions.
How have we been doing on our summer water demand? I know you weren't around for that, but in the past few years, it's been something on our radar for sure.
Good question.
Matt, maybe you can speak to that, or
I can't actually.
So summer water usage has been consistent right now with years past. We haven't seen any huge spike in trends right now with anything. With the way the weather has been, with mass amount of rain coming down at certain times, that does delay some of the lawn watering, things like that, that usually stress the system a little bit.
Right.
But we haven't pushed up any higher than normal.
okay, thank you.
We also didn't go lower than normal though.
Yeah.
What we're hoping for. Okay. So I'm excited about the solar panels finally coming in, and it was nice to see the budget line item where we're going to be saving thousands of dollars on our electrical bill going forward after they're installed. So, and if nobody remembers, I don't know if you remember, but we got a grant to put that in, so it didn't cost the city to do that either. So it's a huge win for us, and I think it's great. We talked about putting the herbicides down to kill the grass. I was like, why? And they're like, oh, because you're planting natives and getting some different kinds of things in there. So that's another plus. And I'm very happy that the dead ash tree is gone from my front yard. So thank you. BJ Haynes does a great job. If anyone needs, they did an oak tree at our house on the other side too, that we had to pay for, and they're great to work with. So give them a plug. All right.
Great. Assistant Administrator Taylor.
Madam Mayor, members of the council, a planning commission meeting was held on September 3rd. Councilmember Hill provided an overview of that. The only item on the agenda was to consider the boat and marine detailing interim use that we talked about on tonight's agenda. The terms of 3 planning commission members will expire at the end of the year. Staff will be soliciting interest for reappointment of 2 of the members, but Chair Elizabeth Kelly has met her term limit, so we'll have at least 1 vacancy this fall. An article will be included in the September city newsletter, but if the council knows or residents know of anyone interested, please have them contact me. The next edition of the city newsletter will be published this month. Highlights include new staff features, upcoming library programs and events, the curbside mattress collection event, which will be in October, but I don't have specifics yet from the county on that. Recent city environmental initiatives and projects, and an update on the Bay Haven residential development. And the next edition will be published in December. Finally, I just want to note that next week, September 16th, it's a Tuesday, the City Council will be holding a special meeting at 6 o'clock to discuss the budget. So, stand for questions.
Thank you.
So you said the next newsletter is going to be published in December, or you're saying we have one coming out before that, and then the last one's December?
Correct.
Okay, because I was like, aren't we going to be missing
This
the
month.
recycling of the mattresses if we wait till December?
Yeah, it'll
okay.
be going, the current edition will be going out by the end of the month, September.
Oh, yeah, okay,
And the
that's what-
next edition will be December.
Oh, yeah, because I
I'll
got
let
to
you
write
know when I
it.
get it.
Okay, good. When you read it, we'll hear from you.
Unreal. Book report.
I still have to write my article. Do you want to write it for me this time?
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right, any other items or announcements? Oh, Matt. Forgot about you, Matt.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just an update on the fire chief position. As you all know, unfortunately, the fire chief's background did not pass our review process, so we will be starting the hiring process over again. We'll be looking at the job description and see if there's any tweaks that we might make to make it more appealing potentially. David Drawn Associates and city staff are also working through the pay equity and salary survey so that we are compliant with the state of Minnesota in terms of the pay equity portion. The 2026 budget preparation is ongoing. We had a workshop tonight to discuss the levy increase and the budget, and believe that we are at a good place for the official budget presentation on September 16th. And then finally, the Bayhaven project, as Sarah stated, it was approximately about 1 year ago today that we initiated those talks with Len Pratt. He has actually added potentially another section of 10 more homes onto that development, currently with a contract in place, as long as it goes through the same process of annexation, city council approval. So more to come from that project. So with that, I will stand for questions.
Just to clarify, the addition is gonna be to the south of what's already there. It's not like he's cramming 10 more homes into that same spot. So he purchased more property.
Thanks.
To the south, yeah. All right, now do we have any other items or announcements, or we can take a motion to adjourn?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun. Let's go.
I move to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All right, thanks, guys. All in favor?
Thank you.
Aye. All right. We are
Good job.
adjourned.